What did the cops say?
Don't talk to the Jews.
You don't talk to the Jews?
Yeah. No.
Well, most of our viewers are non-Jewish.
Well, you are, so I don't talk to Jews.
Okay, well, talk through me to my Christian viewers.
I'm not talking to Jews.
Well, you're a disgrace.
Nothing wrong with National Socialism.
Oh my God.
National Socialism knew how to deal with people like you.
Hey guys, I was in Dublin, Ireland on Saturday covering one of the largest marches against mass immigration ever in the world. Now, when I was in it, I was in the middle of it, I estimated it had 10 to 15,000 people, but afterwards, I saw some drone footage by another journalist and I've read some other estimates. I think it may have been double that, maybe 30,000 people. Or even more, Conor McGregor estimated that there were more than 100,000. I think he may be a little bit high, but it was just incredible nonetheless. Anyway, it was completely peaceful, which was so interesting and so hopeful. And it was completely organic. What I mean by that is the entire political media establishment was against it, but the people were for the march against mass immigration. I loved it. I loved how the patriotic Irish all had their national flags. There must have been thousands of Irish flags. I did a big report on my short visit to Ireland, which you can find at the website migrantreports.com. And I've got a couple of long-form interviews I'll post on that same website too, including with two of the political leaders who spoke. I'm still learning a lot about Ireland. I only went there for the first time about a year ago, so I don't even know who all the players are, who's who in the zoo, as they say. Which brings me to my point today. There was one strange moment I'd like to share with you. It was sort of crazy. So I was there at the march a few hours early when people were just mustering and milling around before the march started. And I saw someone who looked a little unusual, surrounded by what I thought was maybe an entourage, some of whom had face masks. And I didn't pay much attention to them until I saw a group of police approach them and have what looked like a bit of a stern talk. Like I said, the march was still an hour away. So out of boredom and curiosity, I walked over to the fellow and I just asked him what the police said to him. I just was curious. I'm a journalist, I'm curious. And holy moly, did I ever not expect the response I got. I was startled. Just take a look. This is the whole interaction unedited. Take a look. What did the cops say?
Don't talk to the Jews.
You don't talk to the Jews?
Yeah. No.
Well, most of our viewers are non-Jewish.
Well, you are, so I don't talk to Jews.
Okay, well, talk through me to my Christian viewers.
I'm not talking to Jews.
Well, I think that's a very rude thing to say.
I'm not concerned as to whether it's a rude thing to say.
I think it's unchristian, actually.
Well, this is absolutely ridiculous that it's unchristian.
Well, I came to you just to ask you.
You crucified our Lord Jesus Christ.
I wasn't there, brother.
And then you're telling me his blood be upon us and upon our children. Read that.
I think you're a discredit to this movement. I think,
I think you're a Jew and I think you should go away.
I think you're
a Jew and I think you should go away.
I think you're MI6 sent here to undermine the credibility of this place.
I think you're a Jew and I think you should go away.
This is like another.
You know what? You're so disreputable that I think that your net effect is to discredit the anti-immigration movement.
I think the reason that you should go away is because you're a Jew.
Like, that's so extreme.
I think you should go away.
What's your name?
It's not at all extreme.
What's your name?
Justin Barrett.
Well, Justin Barrett, I think you're an embarrassment to Ireland.
No, I don't give a damn what Jews think of me.
You're shaking. Your face is shaking. You look very stressed right now.
I know. Well, I don't like being around Jews. I mean, this is a bad feeling.
Well, you know, I'm very sorry that you're so hateful, and I'm worried that
I didn't say I hated you. I said I don't like being around you.
Well, that's the same
Please
thing.
Go away, Jew.
You know, I'm not going to do that.
Go be Jewish somewhere else.
You know, I'm being a friend of the Irish.
Go and be Jewish somewhere.
And you're a black mark on there.
Jews have never been a friend to anybody except other Jews.
I think you've got some short man issues going on here.
Jews have never been a friend.
More respectable. Okay? That's an Irishman that you're talking to. Don't fucking talk to him that way.
In which way? In what offended you?
You're fucking trying to upset him. You're trying to be late with him.
The opposite. I wanted to find out what the cops. Well,
right?
he said a bunch of outrageous things.
What was outrageous?
Well, you're anti-Semitic.
That man
Out of nowhere. I just came here to talk.
I'm not anti-Semitic out of
Oh my
nowhere.
God, you're
2,000 years.
You're shaking
of
me.
evidence.
You're shaking.
2,000.
All
years.
5'0" of you is shaking like a leaf.
I'm not.
Don't
I'm
be so
not.
disrespectful.
I'm not.
You know,
And
the guy was smearing me in a racist tone. It's just out of control.
Okay.
I think you guys are little wannabe brown shirts.
No,
You just want to be brown
I have
shirts.
no problem with wearing a brown shirt. Absolutely none.
Well, you're a
Nothing
disgrace.
wrong with National Socialism.
Oh my
National
God.
Socialism knew how to deal with people like you.
You know what? You've got to be a Fed. You've got to be with the black and
Oh,
tan.
it's always
You're MI6.
Fed.
You're an
Jackie.
MI6.
Fed, Jackie.
Is
Jew,
that your
Jew,
only argument?
go away, Jew.
Is that your only
Go
argument?
be Jewish somewhere.
No, it's so
Go be
over the top.
Jewish.
It's so
not.
disreputable. It's got to be.
This is about immigration, not Jews.
That's not my point. The man came over to me and I told him to go.
Regardless of what the man is, he's here on a different mission.
That's not. He came over to me.
Yeah, no,
He came
I
over-
was. I wanted.
He came over to
That's
me.
not
He came over to me and I told him that I didn't want to talk to him because he was a Jew.
Yeah, we just
That
walk
have
away.
nothing to do with it.
Now let him
He's not
go.
here.
All right.
He's
I
not
will.
here because
I
he's a
will.
Jew.
I'm just. It's so clear that you're here to undermine the movement.
Yeah, look, that's what they normally do. Which we
All right.
back over the way we
All right.
get on, right?
All right. Well, I hope that you find. I hope that you. I hope you come to terms with whatever your issues are.
Over there and get
All
it
right.
done. Get it done. Yeah.
Over here, Ezra.
Sure.
I didn't know
You know.
it was like-
Oh no. I'm. Yeah. It's just. You know. I think that they're. I think they're underminers.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No. I just was shocked.
Yeah,
I
I
thought.
I'm
Who's the?
shocked myself, Ezra.
Ah. He really is a Nazi. He really is. I think he fancies himself a kind of Hitler mini-me. I had no idea this guy existed. His name, as you heard him say, is Justin Barrett. And he runs a party called Clan Aaron. And he's full-on Nazi. His Twitter channel is full of actual Hitler propaganda. I've never seen a guy like this before. His wife also boasts that she just bought their 10-year-old son a copy of Mein Kampf. Wow. Now, I'm pleased to say that this Justin Barrett was not part of the huge, peaceful, loving, patriotic march against immigration. He sort of had a pout about it, and he had his own rival rally at the same time that attracted about 25 people, half of whom, I'm guessing, were police informants. He posted his speech online. I won't show it all to you, but he made a vague threat at the end, sort of like if the government doesn't listen to his peaceful protests, he warned, then violence could follow. Here, take a look.
So what are we to do? What are we to do? We will bring our petition. We will play this thing out. We will play it out to the very end. We will petition. We will vote. We will have candidates. We will have political parties. And we will take on the establishment. But if we fail and they succeed, God help them as what comes after us. Thank you.
I show you that to show that he was not at the main march for mutual reasons. He hates the main march. They don't want to be tainted by him, the Nazi. I didn't want to emphasize my interaction with him because it was a sideshow with a weirdo, and it certainly didn't represent Ireland or the march. Like I say, he wasn't even in the march. He was just hanging around beforehand. I don't think they allowed him in. Come to think of it, maybe that's what the cops came over to tell him, and maybe that's why he was embarrassed a bit and thought my question was a Jewish trick or something. It wasn't. I was just curious what had happened, and I'm skeptical of police limiting political expression, even radical expression, by the way. As you saw in the video, when I spoke to this guy, I called him a Fed, a kind of agent provocateur, an underminer, maybe even working for the British. I've had a couple of days to think about it, and I'd like to change my mind on that. I think he's actually a true believer. I think he honestly believes he is the next Führer of Ireland. I think he thinks he's going to be their dictator, and I think he thinks it's just a matter of time before he seizes power. I shouldn't laugh. He's like a cult leader, and he has a few followers, including apparently his wife, who, apart from being a Nazi, really seems quite lovely. The main march organizers intervened after a couple minutes, as you saw. They didn't want me to engage with them, which was probably wise on their part. I think they were worried that an interaction with him would overshadow the march, or maybe they were worried that I would think he was with them. I knew that he wasn't. This kook, Justin Barrett, really is a Nazi, and I think he may be a little bit mentally ill. He's a little bit delusional, wouldn't you say? He's got some rage issues, I think. I mean, no emotional self-control. But I think he means what he says. I could see it in his face. His face was literally twitching with anger, just having to talk to me because I'm Jewish. But I do believe that one or more of his henchmen are absolutely undercover. Probably not for British intelligence, but just for Ireland's police to keep an eye on this guy in case he actually follows Hitler's plan too closely and starts a violent coup attempt himself. Or, and this is what really worries me, if the mainstream anti-immigration movement grows too strong, to somehow use this Nazi, Justin Barrett, to embarrass the normal Irish who have just had enough with mass immigration. I'm worried that they will manipulate this little Hitler to embarrass the mainstream anti-immigration movement. Anyways, he called me a bunch of names. And I think if I had been allowed to stay there for another minute, I would have come up with a few quippy one-liners for him. I mean, it's always that way, right? We only think of the best lines hours or days after the altercation. But hey, just for fun, can we have some fun at the Nazi's expense? Because he had some fun at my expense. Here are my top 5 nicknames for Justin Barrett, the little Nazi. And as you could see, I'm not sure if it came through clearly in the video, he is really short. Now, it's true that I am a Jew, as he endlessly said, but that is irrelevant. It was rude, and I think it was bigoted. It would be like pointing out that I'm fat. I mean, it's true, but it's not friendly and it's not relevant. But if that's fair game, if it's fair game for him to make fun of me and be extremely rude because I'm Jewish, well, then it's fair game to point out the fact that he is pint-sized. He's mini. He's petite. So in the spirit of Irish banter, which the Irish have mastered, it's one of my favorite things about them, herewith are my top 5 nicknames for Justin Barrett, Dublin's littlest Nazi. Nickname number 5, Adworf Hitler. Number 4, the knee-high Nazi. Number 3, the very, very angry leprechaun. Number 2, 5-foot Führer. And the number 1 nickname for Justin Barrett, Littler Hitler. What do you think? And I actually like your opinion. I'm holding a vote on the subject right now. You don't have to be Irish to vote on it. You can live in America or Canada too. Go to our special website, which is at clanaaron.com. clanaaron.com. And vote now. That's spelled ClanEireann.com. clanaaron.com. That just happens to be the name of his little Nazi party. I think he was so busy thinking about the Jews that he forgot to register his own web domain. Oh, well, I got it. I'm going to vote in there, but I want to hear what you have to think. My personal favorite is Littler Hitler myself. Go to Clan Aaron to vote.